everybody. We're back here in some more Need for Speed Unbound. If you guys saw my last video, there's a couple of things I forgot to mention. The things I actually wasn't clear, if I talked about it or not, but I forgot to mention that I'm still going to be uploading videos. But I'm not going to be uploading creative videos in the aspect of, series and, things that I'm trying to do with the channel. But um, I'm still going to be uploading small videos, probably some build series. There's a couple of cars that I build. And yes, as you guys see, I did build Brian's Eclipse again, and online. So I actually wanted to talk a little bit about this car and some techniques, um, and some customization options that I actually kind of use. If you guys want more of a replica for this car, so we're gonna get right into that. So there is a couple of things. There's a reason why I've made this in online. So a couple of things that I want to talk about. So, for number one, there is a couple of things that I actually might change on the car, from the original creators. As I said, there is a couple of, well, this dude actually made the most closest replica, um, to Brian's car, but there is a couple of things that do need to get changed. And it's just actually a couple of minor things like this right here. Um, the number five not being big enough. It fills out the entire area right here. So I'm gonna do that. And what a lot of people don't know, this dude has like this pattern on the hood right here. But what a lot of people don't actually know is that Brian's hood was never carbon fiber. It was just a painted black hood instead of having carbon fiber. Um, These up here were actually bigger. They filled up the entire side of the car. And if you guys noticed, the one thing that this dude didn't add was the NOS. Um, the NOS logo on the side of the roof scoop right here on each side. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. Make these bigger up here. And then um, another thing that the dude did not do was the NOS when he mirrored to the other side. So this little NOS right here and the Axis logo. On this side, it's all backwards. The circle is backwards, and the NOS he didn't end up turning the NOS symbol. So I'm probably gonna end up changing that. And then I'm gonna be taking off this pattern on the hood, just kind of making a little minor change. No, uh, no disrespect to the creator of the car, but there's a couple of things that do need to be changed, and I'm gonna re-upload it for all you guys. So, um, the rims is actually why I remade this car in online. So, as all of you know, the actual rims um, on the actual car were actual Axis 7s, 18-inch to believe, but I think they were 19-inch, because I don't know how accurate um, the whole rim sizing in this game is, but every time you put it on the 18-inch, they just kind of they don't look too natural. Um, Despite that, we don't have any tire profile settings. So the only thing that you can do to actually make them look um, make them like accurate is to do 19-inch. Despite with the profiling, not having profiling and everything like that. Um, the plate, even though the plate is Nevada, my home state, there's a they don't have the Arizona red plates, and you can't put any things in the middle of the thing. So I just went ahead and did this. I might change it to Rockport, but um, Brian's actual license plate was red with white lettering. The one in here is red with blue lettering or black lettering or something like that. And I think that's the only things I might change on the car and re-upload it. So we're gonna go into the garage and do some specs on how to do some things, exhaust sounds, engines, performance parts, something like that. So we'll see you at the garage. So um, in the garage. So there is a couple of things um, that you can kind of make the closest replica to this. So everybody knows that the basic engine is is the sound of the actual Eclipse, but there's something wrong. So if you rev it and hear that, it's only the sound of the turbo, but the the Wankel, um, everybody knows the Wankel is the sound for the RX-7. But if you listen to it, it's got the it's got the blow off valve, the turbo whistle. Hear it? So I ended up doing the Wankel. Um, it's not the exact engine for the car, but it's the closest thing that we can do. So for the parts, so what I did, um, what I have been doing is most of these cars I'm going to get rid of and sell. But I'm gonna start um, building my collection, building the same car for every class. Um, I have one in B class, A class, A plus, S, and then I'm currently working on the S class, which I haven't done yet. So, with that in mind, if we go down into performance parts, so in every class, if you guys did play the game, uh, or actually, let's do the B class. So, the weird thing about the weird thing that they need to do in this game is being able to keep the actual sound of the engine. So when you get when you engine swap um, to the stock engines for the higher performance engines, um, they don't give you the actual they don't give you the actual sounds. So a lot of these for a B class or all the basics and everything, um, the sport, turbocharger, um, NOS, just to keep it up in the B class, and that's the only thing up in there. And then if you go higher, say A class, the performance parts. So if you guys played the story with this, you know that after every chapter, or if you get enough money, you upgrade the garage for every part. So in every class, basic being a B, sport A, pro A plus, S, and S plus. So I pretty much put sport on everything, but with all the cars, the one thing I didn't do is add um, I didn't add the an upgraded turbo or anything like that. Reason being is that if you end up changing um, the the stock turbo that comes with the engine swap that you get, you lose the entire sound. So this one for this turbo, it gives you that blow off valve that you guys listen to. So, and then to actually kind of put it all out, you guys kind of have to customize the sound of the exhaust. Um, this is the settings I have on for all the cars. It's not the exact sound, but it's the closest thing I could get um, to the actual sound of the sounding of the car. So that's what I kind of did. And then I forgot to mention, the reason why I made this car in online is specifically because of these rims. In the story mode, there's a couple of rims that are kind of similar to the actual rims on the car, but these ones are the rotiforms. Let's go body and body parts. So these are the rims I have on there. It's the rotiform CMP forged. They're not the exact same, but they are 7-spoke wheels. They have the linings in between the spokes and everything, even though they were pushed out a little bit, engraved the spokes instead of poking out the way they are with that one. So that's what I kind of did, and all you guys know the green underglow and everything. So that's what I did. So now, I'm going to show you my technique. I recently just went to manual shifting. Um, so we will go and show you guys that. So here we are. So here we are in a random spot. So there's a couple of things that I kind of do that I've actually been starting to integrate into the shifting. So um, when I actually shift, the shifting is L1, R1, and everything. I have both fingers uh, on the triggers, the gas and the button you shift up with. So after you launch, if you're in a race or something, you have a certain amount where you have to launch. For this car, it's between right here 5. Launch. You have to be quick. Shift out first because it will over rev the car. You'll use your acceleration first. So when I was away on my Xbox for those last 4 months, I had the luxury of playing Forza Horizon. So the difference between this game and that game is kind of is higher RPMs, faster. this game don't have a clutch option, which you use the square and X buttons for shift up, shift down, and use the L1 button for a clutch. And um, you can't do that in this game. So there's a certain thing that I kind of do. Every time I did shift in that game, I would hit the clutch, let go of the gas, shift back on the gas. Kind of like how you would do in real life. Um, so let go of the gas, shift, and you have to be quick about it. And then when you shift with the gas on, think of it as power shift, if you want to call it that. But it's not fast like you would just holding down the gas, shifting. So when you guys have the music, if you guys put the music down and just kind of listen to the car, when you guys get up to the shifting point, you hear the turbo ease up. You see, if I can't get it to go. Right there, you can hear the turbo, wheezing up. And that's kind of the point where you kind of shift, let go of the gas, shift and back on. You have to be fast with it. If you guys use the adaptive triggers, this game will always have the adaptive triggers. So after you shift, you can feel the resistance. But if you kind of let go of the gas like halfway, it'll give you that. It won't really have the effect. So there's a couple of ways that you can shift. I found going all the way up to the red line kind of works, and then once I get into higher gears, I'll just kind of shift in the lower RPM. So I'm gonna go down in the second show this.
Racer here, dispatch.
So, if you guys shift at the right moment, you can get a higher top speed more than acceleration. See, this game don't have over rev. You can't go up into the red. Because it is a bit of a rev limiter, but if you guys kind of get this down, it will be kind of fast. Your car will have more of the acceleration boost coming out of the shift than using your traditional automatic transmission. The point of shift is you can hear the turbo wheeze. You can hear it wheeze up. If you guys know, you guys will know if you have a high acceleration between your shifts, you can hear the turbo wheeze up a lot. You can hear that turbo. as you guys listen, with the customized exhaust, it's not as loud as the actual stock sounding um, you, you would have for a Lingle. So when I was in online races and everything, I always found that I always found um, that even though you have pretty much a stock turbo car, automatic don't really do you justice for speed or acceleration. But I found that manual shifting works kind of better if you have, especially if you have a stock turbo. So, with that said and done,
Dispatch, we got ourselves
to
a
go
racer
into
here.
the tuning. So I was kind of playing around with this. Well, I found that for on this game when you have the elite differential, you're able to customize the handling. So what I found was having high sensitivity steering, low downforce, 40% grip with no traction control and no drift entry actually gives you um, that really good balance between turning speed and grip. Um, but do keep in mind, as everybody knows, Need for Speed had always had a problem with gripping. So if you come into a corner too fast, you can either slip out or um, not take the turn. It don't really have. Oh, whoa, shit. It don't really. It don't really have that turning radius. So I'm kind of focused with. Yeah, see, it don't have turning. The thing that you guys can do to prevent some of this is kind of turning up the downforce. But the downforce, if you hit the gas too early coming out of the corner, you can just kind of
2440 in
make
our
your car
crosshairs.
slide out and veer off the side or something like that. So you kind of it's a fine balance. Um, but if you guys find a right entry point with some brake, you guys can make the corner pretty well. But again, it's going to sacrifice a lot of speed. Um, Brake. As you guys can see, it will slide out. Yeah, see, sometimes it coming too fast or you slide, start drifting. So this game is not particularly friendly with actual grip racing, despite racing online. Um, you have to sacrifice a lot of your speed. Yeah, see, it don't have it don't have a lot of that. So if you guys know a good tune, at least for the downforce and grip, then shoot it at me. The reason being, I actually have the grip on 40. If you guys did like 100% grip, the car tends to bog the corners because it has so much grip, and it don't have enough it don't have enough acceleration. So if we go and handle tuning, well, 55%. I'll show you guys what I mean. Let's see. You have you're sacrificing a lot of that turning radius, even for grip. It's kind of weird. I think Need for Speed really does need to work on that. If you guys played the Underground throwback playlist, they do use Eddie's Nissan a lot, and that car actually has one of the best tunes I ever felt for. Yeah, see, you're sacrificing a lot of your speed. So, hope you guys found this. So, hope you guys found this resourceful. So, in conclusion, to the entire game or the handling in the game, it's a fine line. It's hand in hand. You guys just kind of have to play around with it. So I'm gonna be uploading another video um, for another car soon after this one, and kind of talk about that one. And if you guys watched a couple of videos ago, I did post a showcasing for the new drift physics and everything. So kind of talk about that and kind of try to get a better tune handling and just overall just kind of talk about it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, um, oh uh, well, if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.